packed show. Let's just jump right into it with our NBA 10. The next 10 minutes uninterrupted basketball talk of what just happened yesterday in the NBA. So let's start the clock. And then we've got 10 interrupted minutes. So here we go. Our NBA 10 starts now. Alrighty. What a pretty solid day in the NBA from last night. So let's start off with this first matchup here. Pistons at the 76ers. And, you know, when we talk about the 76ers, we all know Joel Embiid is going to get his every single night. And last night was no different. Joel Embiid, 30 points, 18 rebounds. Sheesh. And then sprinkling 3 assists and 1 steal. In with that as well for a great performance that, leads them over not great Pistons team. This Pistons team doesn't have anybody good on them. Seth Curry, a little bit of a lighter scoring pace, but still got it done. 12 points in 31 minutes, a plus 17 on the floor. Good defensive outing for Seth Curry here. So once again, Seth Curry truly, really stepping into his own. Last season, he was real solid for this 76ers team, but he is continuing to getting better and better and better here, and is trying to, rival for kind of the third option, because Danny Green back to, his classic Danny Green games out here. 0 points on 0 of 5 from 3, didn't score all game long in 29 minutes on the floor. Classic Danny Green. He's got some good defense, a plus 19 on the floor, the best plus minus, tied with Tyrese Maxey, the guard out here, who once again is growing into his own here. Only second year with the 76ers team, and he's the starting point guard because of no Ben Simmons, and he's still playing immaculate here, folks. I'm truly loving what this 76ers team is all about, and do I dare say they're looking a little better without Ben Simmons? Is that blasphemous to say? I'm loving what we're getting out of Tyrese Maxey. And we're only, 5 games into the season for most of these teams, and Tyrese Maxey is, already good. It's like, this is going to be a great team 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 4 months down the road, once we're starting to kind of talk about playoffs and all that. Watch out for Tyrese Maxey, folks. He had 16 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 75%, 2 of 2 from the 3, and he was a plus 19. Like we said, that was the highest plus minus on the floor. Danny Green and Tyrese Maxey both plus 19 on the floor. Absolutely fantastic. And then some solid bench performances. We got Georges Niang, 8 points. Matisse Thybulle, 5 points. And then Shake Milton, 13 points. So we've got a great starting lineup. Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxey, Danny Green. And then we've got kind of 2, 3, 4 solid bench pieces out here. Truly watch out for the 76ers team. Do they dare come out of the East? It's going to be tough with the Bucks, but they may be able to go toe-to-toe with them this season, because Chris Middleton was absolutely spectacular for some stretches last year in the playoffs and in the finals. That's why the Bucks were able to win the championship. But, we'll see if Chris Middleton steps up in that kind of hero role heading into the playoffs. But this 76ers team, I think they've got a real great chance this season. We'll see how they progress. And then for this Pistons team, once again, what are we doing here? There's nothing good. Sadiq Bey, 19 points, led the team in scoring. Obviously, we're not relying on anybody else. Maybe Jeremy Grant, obviously, Jeremy Grant, Sadiq Bey, probably their 2 best players. Sadiq Bey, growing into his own here. But Jeremy Grant, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Solid production, but everybody else is just not that great. Their other starters, Josh Jackson, only 7 points on 33% shooting. Their center, Isaiah Stewart, 4 points, 3 rebounds, and then Killian Hayes, 9 points on 36% shooting. That's all their other starters. We know they can't get it done. Kelly Olynyk's coming off the bench in only 25 minutes and putting up 14 points, the second leading scorer for this squad. So Pistons will piston. Blake Griffin got out of there. Unfortunately, everybody else can't. Truly unfortunate. So 76ers get the nice 110-102 win over the Pistons last night. Alrighty, next game up here is the Hawks at the Wizards, and the Wizards win this one 122-111. A nice 11-point win here for this Wizards team. Who was pooping for this Wizards team that they were able to beat that Hawks team? Well, let's tell you, we got Montrez Harrell in the starting lineup. I think I love it. A plus 16 on the floor. Montrez Harrell, 25 points, 13 rebounds. Oh my God, now we're talking. Get that man in the starting lineup. I'm loving it. I want to say this is kind of like his first start out here for Washington, and I think I could get behind this kind of squad right here. This is what they rocked with for their starters last night. Aaron Holiday at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2, KCP at the 3, Kyle Kuzma at the 4, Montrez Harrell at the 5, and they all got it done. Look at these numbers right here. Bradley Beal, 27 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Montrez Harrell, like we said, 25 points, 13 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma, 21 points, 8 rebounds. And then KCP, 21 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. Then you got Aaron Holiday playing the 1, 7 points, 4 assists. He was still a +9 on the floor. They didn't need him to score. Everybody else was getting theirs. And then we have Davis Bertans only playing 18 minutes off the bench and putting up another 10 points. Real solid work here with this Washington Wizards team. We'll see if this is going to be the starting lineup that they rock with. We loved Montrezl Harrell last season for the Lakers. Obviously, coming off the bench because of AD and LeBron James, he can't really get in that starting lineup here. But now with this Wizards team, he's kind of cleared to play the number 5 out here, and he absolutely excelled last night. So we'll see if Montrezl Harrell can keep up this level of play. We really hope he can, and we'll see if Bradley Beal, the big three of Bradley Beal, Montrezl Harrell, and Kyle Kuzma can get it done and be competitive and maybe vie for a playoff spot, decent playoff spot, like a 4, 5, 6 seed as we progress, throughout the season. But I'm loving what we got here, and I want to see more of it. So well done for the Wizards of getting the win. And then on the other side, the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, only 15 points. He had 13 assists. A little bit of a lackluster scoring night, but, he can still facilitate the floor like we know he can. Bogdan Bogdanovic, 14 points. John Collins put up 28 points. Clint Capella, 11 points, 4 rebounds, a -10 on the floor. Maybe got a little bitched a little bit by Montrezl Harrell down there. And then DeAndre Hunter playing the 3, 10 points, 4 rebounds. A -6 on the floor. But, Cam Reddish coming off the bench, 20 points. Unfortunately, still a -4 on the floor. So the defense here by this Washington Wizards team was able to clamp up the Hawks for a little bit, and that was the game. They also made 13 threes, the Wizards did, while the Hawks only made 6. 3-point shooting, obviously, changes the tide in the NBA. Obviously, in today's NBA as well. So, unfortunate loss here for the Hawks. I don't think we take it as too concerning. We believe they can, still get there, folks, but a huge, great win for Washington. We'll see if this Washington team is legit and are going to be legit contenders, but I loved what we saw last night from them. Alrighty, next game up here is the Knicks at the Bulls, and the Bulls lose their first game here by 1 point because of a last-second missed shot here by DeMar DeRozan. It is 104-103. Knicks up 1 with 4 seconds left. DeMar DeRozan gets the inbound, and he jumper, and it's an air ball. How do you airball a game-winning shot? Come on, DeMar DeRozan. You're the 4th option on this Bulls team. We've got Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and then it's really kind of you a little bit. Maybe you put Lonzo Ball as the 4th option, whatever you want to call it, but DeMar DeRozan, chance for a big shot, and he misses, and he airballs. It makes it even worse out there. All right, unfortunate. But here we go. Lonzo Ball, only 6 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. This is why LaMelo Ball is better than Lonzo Ball, and that's no disrespect to Lonzo Ball. He's really kind of fitting in here perfectly. Really found his kind of true fit here for the Chicago Bulls. But, LaMelo Ball doesn't really have these lackluster games overall. 6 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. So really not the greatest. Lonzo Ball, 1 of 6 from 3. Just LaMelo's a better passer, a little bit of a better shooter. I think I'd take LaMelo Ball over Lonzo Ball, and I think every category. LaMelo Ball is really special out here. Zach LaVine, 25 points, 6 rebounds, doing what he does. Vucevic down low, 22 points, 8 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan, 20 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Just unfortunately missed that game-winning shot. And then Patrick Williams at the 4, only 6 points and 2 rebounds on 5 shots. Off the bench here, Alex Caruso, 10 points on 40% from the field. He had 6 assists as well, 32 minutes off the bench. But then all their other bench pieces aren't the greatest. So this is kind of where the Bulls are going to struggle this season with their bench play. Having Alex Caruso as your best bench player, I don't think that's going to be enough to kind of win a chip or even be competitive for a chip. And then once again, Derrick Jones Jr. is not playing and on just the coach's decision. So it's not like he's injured or anything like that. They're just not playing him. And that is absolutely insane to us still. Can you all please get Derrick Jones Jr. in the second lineup, please? Jeez, let Alex Caruso kind of facilitate the floor for Derrick Jones Jr. out there. Dang it. So a 1-point loss for this Bulls team. And then we got the Knicks. RJ Barrett, 20 points. Julius Randle, 13 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 7 of 10 from the free throw line, and he missed back-to-back free throws real late in the game that would have made a 1-point lead, a 3-point lead for DeMar DeRozan's final shot. Unfortunately, Julius Randle misses both of those and keeps it a 1-point game. Outcome of the game is still the same regardless of how it ever worked out. And that is our 10 minutes for our NBA 10, but we've got to keep on going here. Kemba Walker still in the starting lineup here. 21 points. He had a really great showing. 5 of 6 from the 3, 58% from the field, 21 points. Like we said, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Derrick Rose playing less minutes. We've kind of seen Derrick Rose play more minutes than Kemba Walker here these last 2 games, but Derrick Rose only 18 minutes, 12 points, 4 rebounds off the bench, still getting it done with this kind of second squad. Alec Burks only 6 points. Taj Gibson with only 6 points. So we saw a little bit of a lackluster compared to what we seen this Knicks bench do, and they were a little lackluster last night overall, and that's why they come up just a little short over this Bulls, they won the game. I take that back. What do we got? Evan Fournier, 10 points. Once again, a little lackluster game by him, but really Kemba and Julius Randle and RJ Barrett were there to help solidify this win for this Knicks team. So Knicks, they're finding ways to win. This is not kind of the most star-studded team. Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Kemba Walker are all kind of showing out in kind of games, individual games. We've seen Evan Fournier go for like 28 plus points on a couple of games here. Really great from the 3, but they're all coming together and finding ways to win games. So they win the close one, hold defensively, force an air ball by DeMar DeRozan, and they end up with the win. All right, next game up, Jazz at the Rockets. Jazz win 122-91, a big old win here for the Jazz. Expected, obviously. This Rockets team, once again, nothing great. Christian Wood's their best player. He had 16 points and is still a minus 12 on the floor. Daniel Tice is still playing the 5. I don't play Daniel Tice, but there's nobody to play for this Rockets team, so you got to put Daniel Tice at the starting 5, I guess. Kevin Porter Jr., only 5 points. He only took 3 shots all night, so once again, lackluster Rockets team. No bettability, no bettability in this Rockets team, or even close to that. And then the Jazz just doing what the Jazz do. Donovan Mitchell, 15 points. Mike Conley, a little lackluster game, but still got it done. 6 points, 4 assists. Bojan Bogdanovic, 19 points, led the team in scoring. Rudy Gobert down low, classic Rudy Gobert game, 16 points, 14 rebounds, and then this bench scoring was absolutely fantastic. 4 players in 10-plus points, and I'm loving this Jazz bench of Joe Ingles, Hassan Whiteside, a great pickup right here. Obviously, they still have Jordan Clarkson, and Eric Paschall is really stepping up for this team this season. Joe Ingles, 14 points off the bench. Hassan Whiteside, 10.6 rebounds off the bench. Jordan Clarkson, 16 points off the bench on 3 of 11 from the 3. Let's rein that in. We know he loves to kind of air out the ball. I mean, the man had 16 shots in only 23 minutes, and he had the most shots of the game right here. And just look at this even kind of minutes playing time. I knew they kind of blew out the Rockets, so you're going to give your bench more time to play, but this is great experience for them to kind of come collectively off the bench together and work out, because I really think Jordan Clarkson, Hassan Whiteside, and Joe Ingles, that's a really good kind of big 3 for the bench squad. So this Jazz team, they're obviously deeper than what they were last year. Hopefully everybody can stay healthy as they head into the playoffs, because this Jazz team, everybody here is true ballers on this team. They're starting 5, Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Royce O'Neal, Bogdanovic. It's absolutely fantastic out here. So we'll see if they can stay healthy and keep it going as the season progresses. All right, last 2 games here. Let's finish them up quickly. Spurs at Mavericks. Mavericks win by 5, 104-99 over the Spurs. Luka Doncic goes off like Luka Doncic does here for this Mavericks team. 25 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. No Kristaps Porzingis in this game, and they win. Coincidence? Correlation? Yeah, probably. Tim Hardaway Jr. once again struggling a little early on in this season, where we had him kind of a six-man candidate for, a huge stretch of the season last year, but still in the starting lineup here. 6 points, a minus 23 on the floor, and a 5-point win. 2 of 8 from the field. Yikes. Dwight Powell playing the 5, 11 points, 3 rebounds. Dorian Finney-Smith sliding at the 4 in replace of Porzingis, 14 points. It was really just kind of Luka Doncic able to get it done, and then Jalen Brunson off the bench with 19 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds, a plus 21 on the floor. Jeez Louise. So Mavericks without Porzingis get the win, and the Spurs with no real big superstars as of quite yet. DeJounte Murray, Derek White could potentially grow into maybe superstars, but we're not even close to there yet. DeJounte Murray, real solid night, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, a plus 16 on the floor. Unfortunately, come up just a little bit short. And then the last game of the night, the Grizzlies at the Warriors, and Ja Morant. Sheesh, what a great performance by him. And the Grizzlies get the 3-point win, 104-101. So we get Ja Morant right here. In overtime, Grizzlies up 1 with a minute left. Ja Morant drives to the lane. Oh, look at that nice little hezzy. Gets around an easy spin layup right there to make it a 3-point game. Then we get Steph Curry on the very next possession right here, trying to tie it up like Steph Curry knows he can do right here. And it's just going to be a little bit of a step back 3. Unfortunately, does not fall. And that's really it. Everybody's missing after that. So Steph Curry had the chance to tie up the game. Unfortunately, did not hit it. And that's why they lose. So well done to Ja Morant right there to make it a 3-point game. Morant with 30 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals. An absolutely great game by him. Unfortunately, didn't shoot the 3 while 2 of 8 from the 3, but he had kind of the game-winning bucket. Got to give him credit. Steven Adams still out here at the 5, loving what he's doing. 12.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. What do we got? DeAnthony Melton, only 7 points, but I mean, look at this stat sheet stuffing right here. DeAnthony Melton didn't shoot well. 1 of 6 from 3, 30% on 10 shots from the field, but 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. I mean, sheesh, doing it all. And he was a +1 on the floor, so very well done. So they're able to get the win there. Over on the Warrior side, Andrew Wiggins still solid, 16 points, 4 rebounds, a +0 on the floor. Draymond Green, 4 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 5 blocks. Stat sheet stuffing as well out here, a +3 on the floor. And then Steph Curry, a +12 on the floor, 36 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. And the man took 23s. He took 23, 7 of 20 from 3. If there's anybody taking 23s a game, it's Steph Curry and Buddy Hield. That's really it, and Steph Curry definitely deserves to do it. Buddy Hield a little spotty on some threes some nights, but he loves to jack him up, and we've got no problem with it. So just an unfortunate loss right here. Steph Curry could not be that classic torch, that classic clutchness that we've seen time and time again. And the Grizzlies get the 3-point win, winning 104-101. Alright, so that was the NBA from last night, folks. Some real solid performances. We got anything great on tap tonight? We got Magic at Raptors, meh. We got Pacers at Nets, Pacers, meh. We got Hornets Heat. This should be a great one. Both teams really rolling here, and we get to see LaMelo Ball. Oh, yes, give us that, absolutely. So that's going to be a great game, and it's on 7:30 on ESPN. See, ESPN knows what good games are. Then we get the Kings at the Pelicans. We'll see if they do anything with Buddy Hield. We get Mavericks at Nuggets, and then Clippers at Blazers, Cavs at Lakers. So Mavericks, Nuggets, the late game. We got a doubleheader tonight on ESPN at 10 o'clock. So probably the best game going to be Hornets Heat, going to be a great one. We'll see what the Mavericks can do on a back-to-back. Alrighty, let's head